Okay, welcome back, or welcome to third episode of Stellaris, I believe. I think it's the third. I gotta move my mic really quick, so it's gonna make some noise. Oh, and it dropped, of course. Fix that. And then move that right there. And I'm totally not gonna cut all that out. But, okay. Third episode. So we fixed up the match, got it all set up, and I was just looking at some edicts, whatever you want to call them, looking at all the policies, and we only have +1 influence a month right now, so I don't know if I want to grab an edict right off the bat now. Encourage free thought. You get governing ethics attraction -15%, but you get research speed +5%. If I remember correctly, what is it? Oh no, it's these ones, the research grants. They decrease the other by 10%, but increase a single one by 30. So I think I might go engineering research grant for a while. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll go +10 a month. That's fine for now. We can increase that with technology. But let's go ahead and look at war philosophy. So unrestricted wars, we'll keep that on just because I want to be able to go up against anything in the galaxy. That's what this whole playthrough is going to be, pure domination. So going to be doing that. Minimalistic. So what is the difference between food stockpiling? Keeping our food stockpiled to a minimum ensures that it can be put to better use towards population growth. Okay, so once our food hits a stockpile, it increases the growth of our population. But what does the stockpile do? Let's see. Currently stockpiling food until our stockpile is full, we will get no bonus pop growth. Okay, so until it's full, we get no bonus. So food represents... Alright, surplus food will be stockpiled according to the food stockpile policy and contributions to the pop growth. If the stockpile is full, additional food can be grown by constructing whatever that is, farms, I guess, on the planet's surface. But what is... If the stockpile is full, what does the stockpile do, though? That's like, what's the point of stockpiling food? Can we like ship food to other planets to like enhance the growth like greatly? We'll keep it at minimal for now just so we can get the pop growth going up faster. Orbital bombardment, we want that at full because we're militaristic. Native interference, passive study, active study, unrestricted. Okay, it's unrestricted. All right, Let's do passive study, just because I feel like this will give us, yeah, we'll change, it doesn't matter. So we're going to change that to passive study, because I feel like that's going to give us, if we meet some aliens, it's going to make them a little bit less aggressive towards us for the first, like, couple years. Because we might get an alliance for the short term if we ever need one, if we can get one. But for the most part, the goal of this match is to like completely dominate just everything. So, you know, that's what it is. So it's prohibited. Native enlightenment is prohibited. So we'll keep that as prohibited for now. We might change that in the future because I did notice that there is primitives over here. So we might change that in the future, but for now we'll keep that as prohibited. Resettlement is prohibited, so the policy controls whether or not we can allow to forcibly relocate pops between planets. So we'll keep that as prohibited for now. We might have to change that in the future, but I do have a mod on. I believe I did enable that mod that allows me to abandon a colony, get a colony ship, and then take that colony ship to another planet. Now I'm assuming when you do that, any pops that you had on that planet will be transported to the new planet. So like, let's say you go to a planet with 25 pop on it, and you have, or let me rephrase that. Let's say this planet has 25 pop on it and they're all filled up, right? We go to a planet that only has 15. I'm assuming, at least I'm assuming this is how it's going to work, that it just drops 15 pops down and you still have 10 in the ship. I could be wrong. That, you know, that might be, I might be reading into like how I would imagine it would work. But well, that's what I was about to say. That's how I imagine it would work, but I could be wrong. And I probably am wrong, because that's doesn't seem possible for a game like Stellaris, but we'll see. But for now, we're going to keep that resettlement as prohibited. First contact protocol, aggressive. What's the difference? Unknown dangers may hide among us. We'll keep it as peaceful for now, even though it kind of we'll move to peaceful, even though it kind of goes against everything that we're going. We're kind of going the like what's the term called? Reverse psychology, I guess. We're kind of going that kind of route. We're making them think we're friends, but in reality the goal is just destroy everything. We're the only thing that's left. Core world populations, citizens only, citizens and slaves, all species. I think we should keep it citizens only. It kind of makes sense because we're I don't know. Should we? I want it to be like I want this to be like a fallen empire kind of, except not a fallen empire, because those things are fucking OP. I want it to be like very closed borders. You don't know what's going on, a lot of secrets, that type of stuff. So I think we'll go citizens only, because it'll kind of fit the role play that we're going for here. Very different style of strategy game that I've played in a while. I've never really I've never really done something like this where I try to create like a empire that is restricted in stuff that it does. I normally, whenever I play this, like Stellaris, I normally just, like, whatever is going to help me win the match, I do it. I don't try to, like, stick to what I think the empire should be. And, like I said, the reason why we're doing these ones, even though it doesn't fit the empire, is because we're going for, like, that reverse psychology effect. Try to get them to be our friends first, and then turn our backs on them. So, we cannot allow compassion to okay. No refugees. Refugees are welcome. I kind of want to say yes to this just to make us seem like we're good, but I think I'm just going to go citizen species only. Kind of making us seem kind of no, we'll go full refugees welcome. We'll go full refugees. And I mean, I don't think that there's like a thing where refugees can be spies in this game. Like, I don't think it's mirroring reality where people think refugees are going to blow you up, but I don't think that this game has something like that in here. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I played it, but we'll go full refugees just because I don't think that's even possible. And worst case comes to worst, we'll just purge the refugee populations. So, you know, that's always the option. Slavery prohibited. Yeah, we'll keep slavery prohibited. That's purge. Now we need to make this allowed, but we're not hive mind, we're not xenophobe, and we're not fanatic xenophobe. So you need. That's not cool. We can't purge. All right. Well, then if there's a single planet that has a fucking refugee pop on it, and that fucking refugee population goes out of control and starts doing shit, we're just gonna fucking destroy that planet. I believe I have the mod on that allows me to do that. Let me check. Strange magnetic fields, very low gravity, planet summary, edicts change, terraform. I thought I had. Is this it? Rally point? No. Move to capital? No. Edicts. Oh, decommission colony. Here it is, right here. Spirit of science, arms race, re-education campaign. So, yeah, we'll just decommission the colony if we get any like rebel, some rebel scum that wants to start some shit in the empire. But let's go back to these. Slavery purge, monster waves every 20 months. We're gonna set this to, because I'm not prepared for anything right now, so let's set this to 50 months, because 50 months is a long time for Stellaris, but not so long that, you know, you can't just let your guard down, basically. So we'll set it to set it to 50 months for now. We might actually, if it gets to be too easy, because at some point in the game, before you start taking on fallen empires, the game gets pretty fucking easy. So we might change that to back down to, like, I don't know, 10 months or something like that. Pirate monstrosity limited. Only one monstrosity is allowed to exist in the galaxy. No fleet power check is applied. Disabled full, based on the fleet power of the most powerful player country. A total of 50 maximum. Okay, a total of 50. Maximum 10 per monster type. Monstrosities can exist at the same time. Limited. Only one monstrosity per monster type is allowed to exist in the universe. A total of 5 monstrosities can exist at the same time. Fleet power check is active. Okay, yeah, we'll keep limited. Pirate waves, we'll do, since it's very early in the galaxy, and we're kind of going like very, we'll say that this is like a very early galaxy. Like, all the races except for the fallen empires are somewhat young, like, you know, maybe within 100 years of each other. Like, we'll say that we're like in the middle, and then, you know, the youngest race is 50 years behind us, and the oldest is 50 years ahead of us. So we'll go with that. And so it kind of gives you the feel of like the level of technology that we're dealing with. So that means the pirates are going to have like that kind of technology. If you kind of get where I'm going here, you might not understand where I'm trying to go with this, or you might, but I kind of want to put pirates on every 5 months, and then let me close this, and then change the difficulty. Okay, it's already on very easy. Okay, I'm gonna slowly increase the difficulty, but keep it at 5 months, basically. So when we get like a breakthrough in technology, we'll increase it to easy, and then our next breakthrough, medium, our next hard, and then the next insane. So we'll keep it at very easy for now. Economic stance, mixed economy. So what is, all right, I guess we can only do mixed. What does that even mean? Okay, I guess it's just a little bit of each. I mean, citizen pop, growth speed, monthly unity minus, so I guess mixed is probably the best option for that. Production focus, none. Okay, so we don't have a production focus. Power generation, unlimited generation. Have the valid civic power industry. Okay. Mass media, free media. Have the civic. What are civics? Economic stretch. What are civics? That's what I need to figure out. What is a civic? Is that like something that I can't change? It probably is something that or is it a tradition? I don't think it's a tradition. Yeah, I think a civic is something that's like in your governmental like policies, or whatever, not policies, but like the ethics. Like when we were editing the race in the first episode, pretty sure civics is like in that screen. So I don't think it's something we can change, but who knows? So mass media, economic strategy, none. A lot of this stuff wasn't even here. So like the pirate waves and shit like that is mods, but I don't remember like power generation, mass media, economic strategy, transportation and logistics. Let's see, what do we got for this? What does all this do? Yeah, so I need ethics for this, so I can't really change any of this stuff. So I guess there's none for the transportation logistic. Personal weapons. Prohibited pop unrest 50. What do we get for this pop unrest? So pop unrest is minus 15%, so it's in the green. But what do we get for this? Army damage on defense plus 15. Army morale on defense plus 25. Pop unrest plus 25. So I kind of wanna I wanna have it allowed just for the extra like bonus on defense and morale, but pop unrest, we'll go prohibited. We'll go prohibited. I think I think if you anything, even if it's like a fucking even if it's like an empire like we're trying to go for that wants to fucking dominate the galaxy, any kind of civilization that like reaches the ability to like do what this game is based, like taking planets and shit like that and travel the galaxy, shit like that. I think like having personal weapons for just that kind of shit probably wouldn't be a big deal. So I don't know why there would be pop unrest if you had weapons, because I feel like you'd have the technology to detect, you know, if someone's gonna fucking use a weapon for crime, or even have the technology to just disable weapons in certain areas. But whatever. I don't want to get into fucking that whole thing, but like the role, this is the one thing that I'm gonna go against, just because every time I play this game I always have an issue with like the population happiness. So instead of going with sticking with the role play for this, I'm gonna keep it at prohibited, just so I can get that minus 15% pop unrest, because they're already fucking, you go to service, they're already in the yellow, everything's in the yellow. So I'm hoping, I might actually be wrong with the unrest. Does unrest affect happiness? I don't know if that does. If it doesn't, then I'm changing it back, but if it does, then I'll probably keep it. I don't know. Anything to keep the pop happy, basically. That's the goal with that, because oh man, I can't even tell you like how many times I've played this game and I end up getting like, because eventually we're gonna get to a point where we need more military than we can like have, and that really fucking screws your pop's happiness, and then it starts rebelling and shit like that, and it is not a good thing. So the happier that they are, the better. I could be wrong though. The unrest might not even be a thing. That I should have unpaused the game while we were doing that, so I could fucking like continue. Oh, actually, yeah, I'll unpause the game for now and let everything build. So, ooh, what is this? Mod Ethics and Government Rebuild New Version. I've made a big update on my mod, so I invited you to check it out. It's called okay, blah blah blah. Okay, yeah, so I think that was just somebody advertising a new mod that does what the old mod does, I guess, but better. I don't know. But so 305 for the fleet power. Assign a leader. We have no admiral right now. We're gonna wait because I think it costs. Does it cost influence too? Yes, it does. I don't have the influence to get a good admiral right now, but what is the overall toll? Space 4. Okay, it's finished construction. We have another one of these. Let's have this guy. There's nothing there. There's 7 there. So let's have this guy come here and grab all of these, because we need more mining stations. So have that guy grab those, and then I think we are, let's have Earth spaceports build their solar panel. That's another thing that I have a huge issue with. Like I said, I have a huge issue with happiness whenever it gets to the late game, because I always end up going over, like, when you get to the late game and you fucking battle the end game crisis, and then you get into the fucking battle of the fallen empires, it gets ridiculous with like the amount of military fucking power you need, and you go way over your naval capacity, and it just really fucks up your like your civilization's happiness, like just everywhere, and that really fucks you up. It also really screws up your power generation. So like having that many ships outside active at once is just a fucking dick ton of energy to deal with, which doesn't really make sense to me. Like the energy credit upkeep thing for ships that are out there, like system survey complete. You should be able to like eventually discover an energy source that just doesn't, like, it's just infinite. Like that should be something every single fucking sci-fi like show, movie, TV show that is anything like how Stellaris is. They always find something with an unlimited energy source. So yeah. But let's see, aboard the science vessel UNSC Acura, made an interesting discovery on Inthor 3. A single large spire Okay, wait. Precursor communication hub. I don't think I've seen this one before. Still emitting light and a beam going from it. It's centuries. Oh wait, no, centuries. Jesus, I need to start playing these games on a bigger monitor. Okay, so I think it's just. Okay, so we gained unity. So I think this is just the precursor situation log quest. So precursor mechs. So I believe if we go to situation log, no, it didn't start the precursor quest. Huh, okay. What was I doing with this? Let's see.